Master the passive voice in imperative sentences. Hello learners. Today, we're going to dive deep into an interesting aspect of the English language, the passive voice. More specifically, we'll talk about how to use the passive voice in imperative sentences. This might seem a little complex at first, but don't worry. By the end of this video, you'll be able to convert active voice to passive voice in imperative sentences like a pro. Let's begin with the basics. What are imperative sentences? These are sentences that are used to give orders, instructions, or express requests. For example, close the door, or bake the cake according to the recipe. In these examples, we're giving a direct command or instruction. But what if we want to shift the focus from the person doing the action to the action itself? That's where passive voice comes into play. In passive voice, the subject of the sentence is not the doer of the action. Instead, the subject is acted upon by some other agent. For instance, the cake was baked according to the recipe, or the door was closed. Notice how the focus has shifted from the doer, the one closing the door or baking the cake, to the action, the door being closed or the cake being baked. That's the power of the passive voice. Now, let's merge these concepts together. When we use passive voice in imperative sentences, we often include the word be, followed by a past participle verb. This can be quite useful when the doer of the action is not important or when we want to emphasize the action. For example, the imperative sentence, eat your dinner, could be converted to, let your dinner be eaten. Let's put theory into practice. Here are a few imperative sentences in active voice. Try converting them to passive voice. 1. Write the letter. 2. Send the email. 3. Make your bed. The passive versions of these sentences would be 1. Let the letter be written. 2. Let the email be sent. 3. Let your bed be made. The more you practice, the better you'll get at using the passive voice in imperative sentences. And that wraps up our lesson on passive voice in imperative sentences. Remember, practice is key to mastering this skill. Keep trying to convert active voice to passive voice in various sentences and soon, it will come naturally to you. Happy learning!